Bradley!
Pokemon Trainer Mike.
Oh, mate. It has been... it's been...
We're back, baby.
I feel like you do this. And you might not even hear it, but the Babbas will.
But I see, you know, I can lip read.
The Babbas will, mate. Oh, mate. It's been... Well, for those that listen regularly, it's been a while. But for those that are, you know, listening in the future, you would have just listened to us on the last episode. But for us, it's been like 5 weeks or something like that.
And for a lot of people, maybe that's not even a long time. But for, you know, Pokemon Trainer Mike and I, that's an eternity.
Well, for us,
so much has happened.
Well, when we've been recording religiously since when? Like,
when was it? It was like
October something time, last year, and having such a long gap is very, very unfamiliar.
I'm already ready for you asking me what episode this is because I don't remember.
It's coming. It's coming, mate. It's coming. But how are you anyway? Are you well? You look tired.
Yeah. No, you stop pre-production. You look tired, buddy.
I was getting that straight in there.
I'm doing very well. As a wise man once said, I
was like, I haven't heard that proper scene in ages, but yeah, okay. Baby.
And Pokemon Trainer Mike, how the devil are you?
Well, I'm gonna have to do it now, aren't I? I'm gonna have to now. I'm gonna have to do it. A wise man, Bradley, once said, I'm just happy to be here. Oh, there it is. You've all been waiting for it. I know you have. You've missed it. You've missed it. I'm full of glee. I'm full of joy and glee. It just feels... It's been too long, Bradley. It's been too long. So
it certainly has.
It has, hasn't it? So this is probably going to be a bit of a crazy catch-up, I think, because we've got 5 weeks of content to cover off. There's various things to cover off, so we'll be going crazy. So first and foremost, thank you for watching and listening. You always do. We really do appreciate it. We are back on episode
21.
22. He was nearly there. He was close. Very, very quick touch on the reason we've had a break. If you haven't been reaching the socials and through Discord and various other things, my lovely dad very sadly passed away about 3 or so weeks ago, I think now. So it's been as you can imagine, it's been a bit of a crazy time. So hence the pause in content. But we are back. We are ready. This is my love. This is me escapism. I love Pokemon. Bradley knows that. And coming back into this is just something I've needed and wanted to do very, very greatly. And who else would I want to be doing this with than the beautiful man Bradley as well. So there we are. So we are back. We are back and we've got so much to talk about, Bradley.
So much. But
before we do that though, I've been struggling to pay the bills, Bradley, because it's been 5 weeks.
The tariffs.
It's been a tough 5 weeks being able to keep the lights on in this house, do you know what I mean?
So what a segue. All right, yeah. Wow, I feel caught out right now. But indeed, God. We've got to pay the bills, Pokemon Trainer Mike. We've got to pay the bills. Today's sponsor is none other, Michael, than the Sun and Moon Jet Ski Resorts.
Of course it is.
That's right. We have finally went off the beaten track to the beautiful Aloha regions. Whether you want to traverse the sunny beaches with a boogie or catch the cool sea air with one of our famous jet skis, get down now. Mention the PokéCast, Brad and Mike, for 30% off your next rental.
Mate, and that wasn't even planned. Look at that. I've got something. Rolled off the tongue, Bradley. He's back, man. He's locked in, isn't he? He's locked in. I love it, mate.
We reviewed our sponsorship
and we have a lot of requests, right? So we had to go through that list, right?
Yeah, and we hadn't done so very, very well in the last few episodes, so they might have been a little strange. But we thought kicking things off, we'd get a good solid down payment on this one. So
I mean, shout out to Cynthia's prank service. I don't think. Yeah, I think they'll probably make a return. They'll catch it. They'll probably catch us out, and they'll do it again. Good lord. Good lord!
I can't believe that. I think one of my favorite sponsors was when I was a Pokemon trader that Mike didn't realize until literally after, while the editing process was going on, where I was saying, yeah, come down for the induction of Pokemon Trainer and I when we're going down to the underground at February 29th, 30th, and 31st, and he's just there nodding along like, yeah. And he was like, wait a second, Brad, those aren't actual days, and I'm like.
It wasn't until the episode was out. I was listening in the car and he was like 30th, 31st of February. And I'm like, yeah, that's not a date, Bradley. And I'm texting you, are just like, if you only just got that. And I was like, oh, dear me. Yes, 3 weeks later or something. 3 weeks later.
Good times.
It is good times, mate. It's good times. Lots of things have happened in the Pokemon world, haven't they, Bradley? I'm just trying to, I'm trying to push my brain back. I think the first thing that comes to mind was we had a Nintendo Direct. Well, we're going back here now, right? On the 28th of March. And I don't think we've touched... No, 27th of March. It was on... That's an important day, that. 27th of March. They had a Nintendo Direct and they showcased 4K 60 FPS Pokémon Legends ZA. You called it? I was like... I don't think it's going to happen, I don't think it's going to happen, but there we are. We've got upscaled games now, and Pokemon is going to be in that area, right? And it looked good. Good lord, does it look absolutely dream come true, wonderful, right? It looks gorgeous.
Look, I'm going to put it out there. Nintendo Switch 2 is a controversial thing right now, but we don't care about that. We just care about Pokemon. All right, I'm just gonna put that out there, right? I'm just gonna put it out there. We're aware, prices, all that lot. We don't care. We love Pokemon 4K, 60 FPS, 4K upscaled, 60 FPS. They've got NVIDIA architecture in there. Oh my god, it's gonna be incredible. It's gonna be incredible to be able to just. I mean, when we were going through the deep dive, right, we're going through the theory crafting, which was an amazing. If you haven't seen the last couple of PokéCasts, honestly, the last one in particular, you want to watch that. That was just, and a watch, not a listen. You want to watch it with us because we go through the extended look at the trailer and we pick apart things and we find little things that maybe were meant to be sprinkled in there. We've got some theories of the verticality of Pokemon ZA as well, but the idea is so beautiful. You could see the upscaling parts as well, and the beautiful quality. And it doesn't matter if we're 80 years old, Pokemon Trainer Mike. One day, call it Pokemon Park. I just want there to be a full VR where I can walk up with my friend and we can sit down on a bench together. We can feel the 4D effects of the wind and stuff. And we're just watching Pokemon go about their, life.
It would be the dream. That would actually be the dream. Can you imagine that? Can you imagine?
We're just sitting there. And it's just Pokemon there just playing around. And we're just there with a
Gulpin next to his. And
yeah. And the big baguette.
Big Manectric.
Yeah.
Big Mike Tyson lotion. Because the sun's out.
We got like a merch table.
Oh, God. I'm telling you a lie. That the 4K one is on the 27th of March. That was the deep dive we did, if you remember. It was the night and day thing, right?
You'll see back when you're talking about it, I'm like this, and I'm kind of like, I'm pretty sure
we've already talked about that.
We touched on that.
We've not talked about the Nintendo Switch 2's trailer. That's because that happened after, right? So we've not actually touched on the reveal of the Nintendo Switch 2 and all the various things of it and all that jazz, have we? So because that happened in April.
No, we haven't. That's true. We obviously with the mouse, with the like sort of different features in the Nintendo Switch 2. I mean, it looks really cool. If we just put the controversy of prices aside, I mean, I'm not being funny or anything. I mean, I know it's not Pokemon related, but gosh darn, Donkey Kong Bonanza looks like Mario Odyssey 2, and I am all for it.
It looks
Mario
wonderful.
Odyssey was an absolute cherish of mine, one of the best Super Marios to have ever graced us, and I've played them all. I know not Pokemon related, but it was really
Totally
nice
agree.
to see the care and love that is put into some of these games. Mario Kart as well. I just personally want there to be a collaboration between like Mario and Pokemon, where we could see like you're driving as a Pikachu or you're driving as
In
a
the Mario
Gengar,
Kart, that
you
would
know,
be cool.
yeah, and it's just all Pokemon, like a like, you know, there's like a whole, because Lego obviously have done are doing a
For the 30th
collaboration, which we
anniversary
touched
next
on.
year. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
So you know, Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games, it's only a matter of time before Pokemon and Mario something combines there, in my opinion.
They did something with the TCG a few years ago where they had like Mario Pikachu, Luigi Pikachu, and stuff like that. I'll show you later. But no, and we theory crafted about the Switch for ages around, like, I'm sure I said in a couple of podcasts below, I was like, I don't care if it's not 4K, because I had my hopes up that I was going to be 4K beauty, and I was like, it doesn't feel like Nintendo will be able to do that, right? But as long as it upscales, it looks crisp, 'cause that's the only flaw I have with Pokemon, what it looks like, right? Like the draw distance, fidelity you touched on in a previous podcast. It hurts. It hurts to play. Like the lag. Like I like during this time off I've recently played through the entirety of Pokemon Scarlet. And
yeah, I remember you've been talking about how you've been wanting to do that, and so it's nice that, you know, you went through.
I've
took
the time and really went through it, and I've really appreciated the game a lot, replaying it in slower time. But the glitches still exist. The FPS drops still exist, and you know, and I'm so like, as soon as that trailer happened, they've been going through the specs and various things, and like literally bang on the screen, it was like 4K 60 FPS, and I was like, they've done it.
The 60 FPS.
They've
part.
done it.
Yeah.
They've done it.
It's. I'll tell you what. The upscaling technology has come so. I'm a big tech guy, so it has come a long way to know that Nvidia obviously have their own custom APU and such going into there. Very excited. Very excited, and you know, maybe, you know, Scarlet and Violet getting that, you know, Nintendo Switch 2 hardware and such, we'll remove those FPS drops. That's what killed my enjoyment from the game, was just these absolute stuttering messes that are around, and then, you know, they have to reduce so much, because I mean the Switch was it's an old system.
It's like 7 or 8 years old now, right?
Yeah, the idea that we can go through a town where it's not all just dead and it's all laggy or anything, but it's like full of bustling things happening with pure 60 FPS, just the different colors, contrasts, feeling alive. It was one of the things that we praised the trailer for doing. It felt alive. That's all you want. Like that. It's what I feel like they missed, is that it's not their fault. It's the hardware's fault. The hardware could not support the dream,
the vision that they wanted to do, right?
In Legends, they had to turn all the knobs down in the patch because it was just too laggy. They had to remove draw distance and stuff, where you can see they want to include everything. They want to have loads of things going on, but they just couldn't. They did that. They did this in Scarlet and Violet. They tried to make it all lots of things happening, and they tried to do things in which where they could do that. Imagine when the Switch 2 is here. We're just going to be transported.
Well, they have officially confirmed that, you know, whilst they were talking through the new games that were going to be coming off the Switch 2, we would, as you know, but people that might not, a lot of the existing Switch games are going to get either paid / all free updates to improve stability in performance. And Pokemon Scarlet and Violet has been confirmed. It will get a free update. They haven't disclosed what that will be. It's just shown on the website that it will be getting that treatment too.
It'll be performance. It'll be amazing. It'll be draw distance. It'll be fidelity. It'll be even more things on the screen, and it will just be.
I will cry. I will literally
FPS.
cry. I will play through it entirely again if that's true. If that's true. But to that point, they were showing like some of these games. So they showed like The Legend of Zelda, both Tears of the Kingdom and Breath of the Wild. Yeah, they were going to get that love. Metroid Prime 4. Oh my God, I'm so excited. I'm a massive Metroid fan, by the way, and the fact we're going to get that upscale. And then out of nowhere, we just see a character in Pokemon Legends ZA just running through the city, full 4K 60 FPS. We see Mega Ampharos, and I was literally I'm not even going to lie, I was crying. Like, I legitimately had tears of joy. I was just like, I've wanted this since, like, you're talking from like the Wii, right? I know that's not like the hardware to compare it against, but since I knew 4K existed, I was like, Pokemon in 4K would be the most beautiful thing in the world, and we're finally 2025, we're going to actually experience it. And yeah, I can't wait, It's Mega Charizard in full 4K, 60 FPS. I'm locked in, mate. It's going to be
really
so good,
reminds me
man.
of our last PokéCast where we were talking about, just sitting on that bench and just watching the things go by. Like, that is the dream. That is the ultimate dream. The closer and quicker we can get to that, the better. The more technology advances where they're going to be able to do this on the same form factor. Like, it's still crazy to me that, like, you got the Switch 2, which is effectively the same, but it's like, 5 to 6 times more powerful, and it just means so much for Pokemon, the world of Pokemon, and I mean, I'm excited. I am talking of Pokemon, talking of unofficial Pokemon. Now, I'm not really an unofficial kind of guy. I'm very by the book usually with the games, at least. I don't really do mods and stuff like that, or like ROMs and stuff, but. But I know there's a lot of love for like Emerald. I know there's a lot of love for different stories that are being told in like Fire Red and things of that nature. So massive respect for the community. But Gamma Emerald, now that's how you do that kind of 2D 3D crossover. It is based off of a massive inspiration from Octopath Traveler, and it is so clear to see, and that's
wonderful.
That is what I like. The pixel sort of like, OG sort of times where I'm envisioning the world around me, and it just looks so good. We got, you said, wasn't it, a tech demo in
this month, right? I think
this month, right? This month we're gonna see it. So that is something I am so excited for, and
it's gonna be fun, man.
Alongside Oras as well, which I am playing through. So.
Hey! But you nailed the immersiveness, by the way. Like you talked about this in the last episode about being able to just like sit in Lumio City and just watch it go by. Like the Switch 2, if I remember correctly, I may be mistaken, but it said that the audio quality in the Switch 2 has massively increased as well. So for those that have like surround sound, like I've got Sonos built around my living room. Like if I can sit there and I've got full blown surround sound, like Atmos, whatever it is around me, and I'm walking through just hearing like Pokemon cries and stuff going past us and stuff, like it's just everything. It's just everything. Can you imagine what Generation 10 is going to be next year? Like, we're going to do Legends ZA this year, right? And we're going to fully experience 4K FPS Pokemon. It's going to be 60 FPS Pokemon. Pokemon Day next year happens, 30th year anniversary, where they will introduce our Generation 10 Pokemon game, 1000% right, and imagine what that's going to look like on the Switch. I'm going to be screaming the house down. Anyway, sorry, I'm getting ahead of myself. That's like a years away.
You're
but...
100% right, because, the ZA would have been built between the two architectures, and
right?
Obviously the newer game is going to probably be purely on the Switch 2 architecture, which is going to be fantastic. I'm thinking... they've went back to black and white. X and Y rather, and they've developed that story further, right? With Z, Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald.
Stop it.
Those are 3 gems, and there are many Pokemon Obsidian and Pokemon. I don't know, Jade and like not Jade, it would be a Topaz, or I don't know, or it could be any.
Well, I mean, we'll have to see.
Could you imagine?
Next year, I told you at the beginning of this year, it's going to be amazing this year for Pokemon, as we know. But next year, the 30th anniversary of Pokemon is where it's all going to happen. New game, the TCG will have like a 30th anniversary. Oh my god, I can't.
Pokemon is just it's really gonna pick up.
So good, man. It's so good.
Pokemon competitive sleep.
I hope so. I will never win at that. And we've got Pokemon Champions to look forward to as well when that comes out as well. On the Switch, I never even thought about that. Imagine that on the Switch too. With how it looked.
Battle.
Can you imagine Pokemon Unite got that love as well for the upgrade?
Oh my God. If
I've never even thought about this.
We didn't even have lag or anything.
Oh man, it's so good, mate. So yes, we have a very. I mean, it's out. I mean, we can officially say this Nintendo Switch 2 is out next month. How wild's that, by the way?
That's crazy. It's going
to be such a fun time. I'm so hyped and excited. Do you have a pre-order in? You get no.
I haven't done the pre-order yet. No, you see, I am going to be buying it. But
there it is. Go on. No, we speak facts. Yeah, you speak your opinion.
It's
speak
a lot of money.
It is. It is. I knew you were going to say that.
I am wanting to get it when there's more games out.
I get that. That
I think for me is important. I think I don't like, otherwise it's going to sit downstairs and
etc.
And I like my Nintendo Switch. I find that is fine. It does the job for me. When we've got a few more catalog games out, that's when I'll get it. When I can see, when I've got we've got, obviously Donkey Kong looks amazing. I've never played a Donkey Kong game apart from Diddy Kong Racing on Nintendo 64.
Same.
And it looks so good. And then obviously Mario Kart World, of course it looks great, right? It looks amazing. But all the people that I played Mario Kart and stuff with, my family and stuff, they're in a different place in the country now. So I'm not really going to be able to get the joy from that game that I would have otherwise. If I lived around the corner from you, mate, I've got loads of friends up the north. So, we would of course do that. So get a few more games out, get a few more titles going, and go from there. That's what I'm planning on doing.
Here you man.
Of course, when Pokemon is here, it will be in my hand.
I will be very sad if they decide to do a Legends ZA themed Switch 2. I will be very, very sad. They did it for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee. They did it for Scarlet and Violet. So
oh my god, they
might do it for Sword and Shield as well. So I'll be very sad.
They will. I'm getting that.
I'm buying the hype too easily. Like I'm hyped, but I hear what you're saying. But Mario Kart will be wonderful to experience. I never played. I love playing through the Zeldas. I never actually played Tears of the Kingdom. I think I played the first.
You played Breath of the Wild.
I finished that. Yep, but I played 20 minutes of Tears of the Kingdom and never really. I don't know what happened. I think another game might have come out.
It gets good. It's because you kind of think it's going to take a lot of your time. That's the thing. You're going to have to invest in a game like that, and so that's why you don't commit. But when you do start playing, you do start getting into it. It really does.
And I'm sure it is. But the fact it's going to have on release, it's going to have this Switch 2 love.
60 FPS as well. That for me, it's big.
Like I'm gonna reset my game file. Because I've only played 20 minutes of it and play it fresh in that 4K 60 FPS and love every second of it. So with Mario Kart and then Donkey Kong just a month later, I think I'm going to be quite thingied with games and stuff. And then if Scarlet and Violet turn out, I reckon they'll do that in a Pokemon Direct me. I reckon we'll do potentially a Pokemon Direct later in the year. And they'll go, oh, here's your Scarlet and Violet update. Bam! This is what it's going to be. And who knows, man. The other thing... All
right, now...
Oh, go on then.
Switch 2... Switch who?
Can I quickly do one last thing on the Switch before we move on?
Yeah, you can. Go for it.
Because I'm very excited. And they also showed, we're going to finally have the GameCube console built in with all the retro games.
With the controller as well.
And then the first, there was slowly...
The online membership with all the GameCube games and stuff that are coming.
And then it was slowly moving, and I was like, all right, yeah, that's fine. And then as the game titles were slowly moving to the left, as they were going through the commentary, it was like, bang, there's Pokémon Colosseum, bang, there's Pokémon XD Gale of Darkness. I was like,
Gale of Darkness, which I've never played, so I get to play that as well. I'm so excited.
They're getting HD updates as well. They're not remastering the whole game, but they are giving it a bit of an HD trim up to make it look a bit more cleaner and stuff like that.
PS5, and you're getting a lot of. I can't wait to play Colosseum again.
I'm nearly crying again. I'm literally getting tears. Exactly. No. It's gonna be honestly dum 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 dum.
What's the spider called? The electric one, the little
Joltik, or Gavantula.
Gavantula. You look like a little Gavantula.
But no, for that, because they showed Legend of Zelda Wind Waker, and it was like, this is what it looks like, and this is what the HD look's gonna look like, and they've upscaled it, and if Pokemon's gonna look like that.
I'm playing HD Remake right now, and it's so good. It's so.
I'm hyped. I'm hyped.
Can we just talk about how little time there is to play all of these incredible games?
Oh yes.
I feel like we have so much choice, so many things are in front of us, but there is just not enough hours in the day.
Like I've obviously it's been I think 5 or so weeks for me when I've been with things going on everything, and I've found that I've really like the last couple of days sat down and went, time is moving so quickly at the moment. It's really scary. Like I'll wake up in the morning and it's like I'm putting the kids to bath and bed at like 6:30 at night, and I'm like, where did the day go? What did I do?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? I'm doing that's happening a lot recently. So it does make like time
hearing
is
this
crazy.
A lot from people. I'm hearing
It's
this a lot
crazy,
from people as well,
man.
and it's so important to because with all the distractions that there are in the world right now, and how our minds are being wired to that sort of like all the distractions, to just take a minute. Be like, okay, it's 10:30 in the morning, or it's 7 p.m. at night, and okay, just take 5 minutes.
Not scroll through your phone and various things, yeah.
Yeah, just put it all aside and just look around and go, this is life right now. Okay, cool. Or just take stock of what's going on in the day. I think it's important to always live in the present.
I think that's very sound and wise advice, my friend. I totally agree.
Wise, yeah.
So we're hyped for the Switch 2. Anyway, you were going to move on to
Pokemon. So,
oh, we're staying on Pokemon, are we? Right, okay, yeah.
All right, so what I'd like from you, Pokemon Trainer Mike, is we're calling this the little Brad segue of souvenirs. That's right. I want a souvenir, so I want a memory, a moment from you, and I want it from the original game. So this is the original Pokemon here. The original Pokemon Blue, Pokemon Red, Pokemon Yellow for Pokemon Trainer Mike, because that's what Pokemon Trainer Mike played. I just want a random memory. I don't want it at the beginning of the game, and I don't want it at the end. I want somewhere in the middle. You see, now you're thinking, because otherwise you just go for something generic. I want something in the middle of the game, something in the middle of an experience, somewhere in the middle of time, just something that you remember. It doesn't have to be an impactful thing, but just like, oh yeah, I do remember this.
On Pokemon Yellow?
In Pokemon Yellow, yeah. Something that comes to mind. Something I was like, yeah, that was something.
This is
for me.
Go on.
Go on. I was going to give you time, but if you got something,
I think. Well, I mean, it's not huge, but I remember. I remember first picking up the TM for Swift, and I was like, Swift, what a weird name. What on earth is that? Oh, my Pikachu can learn it. All right, I'll get the Pikachu. I wonder what this looks like. And I remember walking into a battle and just seeing I can hear the music going. With the little stars shoot, I was like, whoa, what is this? I'm throwing stars and everything. I remember being in my grandma's house on my little Game Boy, seeing that and being like, whoa, and like nobody caring. But I was like, wow, this is amazing. First thing that popped in my head. What about you?
You see, and I just want to say, those are the memories which no one talks about, but it's those are the little things
Slush
that make the big impact. And for me, the first thing that came to mind was walking into Lavender Town and immediately walking out of it. I was terrified. I was
some freaky
scared.
Music, like
it was really.
Music.
I went in there. I was like,
and you're like,
and I'm just there like, I'm actually, because I play at night and stuff, or I play at night while I was in the hospital, and I would be terrified. So that's what I remember. Just a random memory from Brad's
childhood
souvenirs. The Brad Segway souvenirs.
We do a lot of random segments. Is this one locking in? Because I'm in like.
That's locked in there.
All right. That sounds good.
Brad's souvenir shorts.
Let's go. There
you go, Bobby.
He's going to be creased watching that. He's going to be absolutely creased. So in pre-production, then, as we were talking, Royal Mail rocked up at the door and handed me a couple of parcels, Bradley. Would you like to see a couple of them?
I would love to see them.
So for those that are listening,
We've got two boxes here.
2 boxes. One's quite large and there's a bit smaller. But on the front it says return address Pokemon. So I was casually on the
Sorry. It's just how quickly we just go straight back in. Like,
We do.
love it.
We're professionals, man.
We're professionals. That's
Professionals.
right. Sorry. Production,
You're fine. You're
production.
fine. You're welcome. Easy. So I was on the Pokemon Center website, and so those that have been on it recently, right? You understand. Get my golfing, kid. And we know how
You're easy.
We know what to. we know.
Weird thing to say. Sorry, I know you. I'm so sorry. I'm just giddy right now.
I'm trying to tell a story,
continue.
Bradley.
I know. I'm sorry.
No,
I'm
you're
sorry.
Fine. You're fine. You're fine.
You're easy.
I was expecting that to happen.
What was that? I'm trying to talk here. Kaboom.
Sorry. I was part of the packaging. There wasn't any nuclear explosion, but a Voltorb didn't just roll out of my house. It was just the packaging. I thought it was anyway. We all know how.
The story. I want this
Next
story.
episode. It's not even that important. Not even that
Reading
important.
books. Tell me the story.
Oh,
So we
okay.
had like Houndoom was attacking Kangaskhan, was it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Right, so we know how hard it is to get cards at the moment. We know that the Pokemon Center website is difficult. There's a queuing system and things like that. So I was on it.
He's gonna brag.
Fortunately, the other day. Brag? I'm not going to brag. I was on during a Prismatic Evolution restock of various things, right?
No way.
So, and
I don't have this information. I'm not part of a group chat and didn't see anything.
So I managed to get the tech stickers for Leafeon, Sylveon, and Glaceon, which I haven't opened yet at all because obviously they've been sold out everywhere. So I was so happy, and I finally got the Black Star promos I really wanted to get from them too. So
amazing.
So I managed to get them. I'm so pleased.
Pokemon Trainer Mike, you're gonna have to open one pack.
What, right here and now?
You know, I mean, it's a tradition on the PokéCast. If you've actually seen the last few episodes, I've actually been opening packs. We've been opening live. There's gonna be a snippet actually right here in this frame right now. We're gonna be switching to me opening what was opening Pokemon 151. We have a whole recording of it. And
So,
it's not just me and Mike, Pokemon Trainer Mike. It's the whole. There's a few other people who come along, some great friends of ours.
exactly. So as you know, for 151 booster bundles on Amazon, there's an invitation request now. They're doing that a lot for a lot of Pokemon products just to help with bots and scalpers, which, I totally get. Bradley,
Respect.
very fortunately, did get that invite and got a booster bundle of Pokemon 151. And what I'm about to show you now is him opening that live on a group chat to his point on WhatsApp with Bobby and Josh. And you will see what he gets. Check this out. Illustration rare and the secret illustration rare Charizard.
What are other good ones like in this set?
The SIR Blastoise, SIR Venusaur, SIR Zapdos, Alakazam.
Is there a Squirtle, or was that from? No, there's not a Squirtle.
There is a Squirtle in here. There's a Squirtle. Sorry, I beg your pardon. Squirtle, Wartortle, Charmeleon,
Poliwhirl, the Wigglytuff,
Poliwhirl.
Okay, so
Yeah,
but the biggest ones is the Charizard, the Venusaur,
the most expensive
Zapdos,
one.
and Pikachu, right? All right, Slowpoke.
Slowpoke, Magmar. You said PPs. Horsey and Abra. Giovanni's Charisma. Oh my god, feels sick. Is that a Rhydon? Yeah, it's a Rhydon. Okay, here we go. Right. Is that something? Rigid bands. Do it. Do it.
That's something.
Come on then. No, it's not. You big troll. Gamma. Oh my god! Pick it off the floor. It's not on the floor, is it? Pick it up. You got the Zapdos. I can't believe you got that Zapdos, mate. It was absolutely. Do you see how seamless it is? The seamlessness. Mate, I couldn't believe that. We literally spoke into existence. You were like, what was the most expensive card? You were like,
right.
bam, bam, bam. Zapdos. Good lord, man.
I was like, oh, there's something here. There's something here. And it was like, oh, there's nothing. And then boom, the Zapdos out of nowhere. And that pack we're talking about what were we looking for? What would be a really good pull? And that Zapdos, it just came into existence, and it wasn't. I was hitting back to back to back. We had an Omanyte, we had the Omanyte full art, we had the Golem EX, we had the Zapdos full art.
You had full art, SIRs, illustration rares. You got one of everything, mate. It was absolutely beautiful. I mean, you saw, honestly, it.
I mean, that was the thing. It was that you know, a few people were getting these, and you know, a lot of people were fair enough, were selling them on at the high prices that they are right now, because fair enough, look, we're cost of living, sure, and these aren't scalpers or anything. These are just normal people who got a booster and was like, well, okay, we'll make a bit of money because that's just okay. But I just can't do it. If I've got a Pokemon pack, I need to open it. You know, that's just me. The whole point of them is to open, to experience. You know, you aren't going to get that new pack smell unless you open the new pack. You know what I'm saying? You all know. You've opened packs. You've put your nose up to that pack after you open it. You've given it a good sniff, and it is... You can smell it right now, can't you? Go on.
I can.
It's so nice. It's indescribable. It's an experience. If you've never done a new pack smell, it's just one of those core memories you've got to do.
Totally agree. Echo it all. I mean, you might find that there's people out there that like collecting. I get that. You like sealed collection and all that jazz. I totally get it, but I'm with you. Yeah. Pokemon cards is to be open, to experience moments with your friends. It's all about that. All about that. Right, my final thing. Sorry, very quickly. I'm currently showing a giant box at the moment. And as part of that restock, this product, which I've not been able to see anywhere, was also put in stock, so I'm currently showing the
what? How did you get hold of this?
The Prismatic Evolutions.
Are those some EV slippers?
I wish it was a slipper. No, it's a pouch. It's an accessory pouch special collection box. There's 5 packs of Prismatic Evolutions in, as well as a massive pouch. The idea is you put coins, dice, that vary of accessory stuff in there.
Cool.
And it looks wonderful. So I was at the right place at the right time, mate. I think I was just very lucky.
Let's go.
And I also, sorry, I beg your pardon, and I managed to get an Umbreon tin as well. That was
Holy moly!
So we're gonna do a Prismatic Evolution stream at some point in the future.
Let's go.
I thought that was gonna be it. We're gonna not do it anymore, but yeah, we're gonna have some fun and we'll open it up together.
We're going to be ripping one of them right now live.
Yeah?
I want to see one.
You want to see Prismatic Evolution opening?
I would love to see a Prismatic Evolution, yeah.
Okay, we're locking in.
You don't have my hot hands, but you know, you're hot like a magma.
Right, we've got an Umbreon and Espeon pack artwork, or a Glaceon and Leafeon. What would you like?
Glaceon. Let's go Glaceon. Yeah? Let's go Glaceon.
All right. Oh, I haven't opened the packs in weeks. Oh, this feels good. Oh,
you know, it was funny. Well, actually, you've just seen him open the pack. Well, actually, no, you might not have. But yeah, after I did my openings of the 151, you know, the boys they couldn't help themselves. We all started opening packs together. It was great.
That was the. Oh, sorry, I beg your pardon. That's the last time we opened. So, is that a holofoil? Holofoil energy already. We've got the Houndoom, looking beautiful. A very happy Drippy. A milk tank there.
Rollout machine.
Habanberry. Janine's Secret Art. Regigigas. Into a Lacy.
That would be cool in the full art.
She's got a full art in Stellar Crown. It's really, really nice. Hey! Starts off with an A-spec. Hello. And it is very sparkly indeed.
That's a very sparkly.
A very sparkly one. We've got a reverse Pokeball fan Rotom.
What?
Hello. And a Holo Flareon. There we go. That's sick.
Look at that. Reverse Pokeball, Ace card, and a Flareon.
And a holofoil fire energy as well. Oh, I'm opening the last. There's no point in opening the one pack out of the flipping tin.
You can't just open one without the other. That's right.
Bradley. All right, I'm looking at it.
Oh, we're so naughty, aren't we?
Oh, you are. I've got the itch now. Got the itch to open. Yeah. Got the itch to open. All right, electric type energy. Lemon energy, if you will.
Powdon. Baneri. Pinsat.
Beautiful artworks, man.
Larvitar.
Lovely artwork, man.
Bronzong. Techno Radar.
Here we are.
Diplin.
into
a
the
Monkey Dory,
reverse. A reverse Area Zero in the depths.
Zero,
And a hollow
and an Okie Dokie.
Okie dokie. There you are. There you are. Fun little tin to open, mate. Fun little tin to open.
So, what's the drama? I've got my cup of tea here.
Oh, right. Let me just put these cards to one side so I don't lose them or damage them at all. Right.
There's been a new, talking of invitationals, there's been a new one on Amazon. There's been a new, there's a new £80 one. I'll have to link it to you because, yeah, it's the biggest, it's the huge one with like loads of things and that just...
This is awkward. This is the one I put in the group chat that everyone clicked on. Is that where you've seen it?
I think that's the one that, yeah.
The Blooming Waters.
It must have been through you. It would have been through you. Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Perfect.
So yeah, exactly what Bradley's saying. So Blooming Waters, that it's been in the US for some time now. Finally,
Blooming Waters.
It was meant to be in some UK Costco areas. I've not seen it in our local one. But Amazon are doing an invite for that. So Blooming Waters is, I think, it's a 151 piece where it has it's Blastoise and Venusaur. They're not Black Star promos, it's just purely the EX versions and the commons of the pre-evolutions, but it also has like 11 packs of 151, maybe 12, I can't quite recall. But anyway, it's on invite only on Amazon, certainly in the UK site, so go check it out, get yourself listed on there, because you might get lucky, you never know, you might get lucky, and it's a beautiful box. I wish they'd done that. There's one, they did one with Crown Zenith that had... Rayquaza and Kyogre on the front of the box, and it's beautiful. But it was only exclusive in, I think the place is called Sam's over in the US. It never made it to the UK. It was a US only product, so I would have loved to open that. I'd love to open that. Anyway, there we are.
What I'd like to ask you, from joining Mike, is getting to that time of day where we shout out a Pokemon influencer, someone that you've seen around, that you want to give a good shout out to, a content creator in the Pokemon space. Who'd you like to shout out today?
So today's content creator shout out goes out to Goodtimez Gaming on YouTube. Guys over in Australia, wonderful. He's a TCG Pocket player, primarily now, where a lot of his focus of the content is at the moment, and he's a lovely watch. He does great content. I watched him just the other day opening up the Celestial Guardian set from TCG Pocket, the newest set that's just dropped, and it was just great fun. He's really good at using the meta and pulling decks together. And I think he got a master right in the last season as well. So he's great fun. So shout out to Goodtimez Gaming. I'll drop this link in the chat, and to you, my friend, shoosh, you'll know what he means. Thank you, my friend. And there we are. If you watch his content, you'll know what that means.
All right.
I'm just having a random thing going on. Yeah.
Well, that's wrapping up our first episode back. I know we were talking a lot just about the news, some of the things that we're just sort of catching up on. It was more so just sort of like the last 5 weeks, what's sort of been going on in the Nintendo space. We've just basically been in the Nintendo Direct today, but we've been talking about, there's been a lot of Pokemon stuff here. We had some box unopenings. We're just sort of catching up. Coming up next time, we've actually got a couple of really good ones planned out. So we've got the next one, we're going to be talking about a lot of Pokemon Pocket stuff. Because I am talking about how last season went, and we're actually going to be going through all the cards, and we are going to be predicting the meta on the podcast brand Mike. And then the one after that, or soon after that, we're going to be doing the Pokédex together of the Johto Pokédex. See if we can together as two Pokemon masters put the whole Pokédex together within 20-30 minutes, and who knows if we can or not.
We definitely will. So
easy.
So thank you, everyone. I know it's been a bit of a break, and I'm sure it's been a miss. It certainly has in my life doing this. So I'm very excited and humbled to be back in doing this with the wonderful Bradley that it is. So thank you for listening and watching, as you always do. If you have enjoyed today's video, or today's podcast, please, if you are watching on YouTube, please smash that like button, drop them a comment. Anything that we've touched on today, you want to talk about, whether through the Switch 2, TCG Pocket, the current state of TCG.
Your favorite, like a random moment from your first, the first Pokemon game that you played in, and not at the beginning, not at the end of the game, but some random weird fact, whether it's learning Swift, whether it's first going into Lavender Town. What is a random moment that you can just recall off the top of your head that might not be newsworthy, but was something that touched you in some way?
Absolutely. So please, if you have enjoyed it, please smash that like button. Let us know in the comment section below. It always helps the algorithm and helps the video. And if you are listening on any of the sister platforms, Spotify, for example, please drop us a rating because, again, it always does help. It really, really does. So with that, do you have anything else to say to the Babas, Bradley?
Well, Pokemon Trainer Mike,
Here it comes.
as a wise man once said, I'm just happy to be here.
There it is. There it is. Love you, mate. There we are, folks. Thank you very much for watching and listening, as you always do. And we'll see you in the next one. Take care now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.